Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Quibec TV channel. This is your first time coming across this channel, please like and subscribe. For my former subscribers, thank you so much, I really appreciate you. Today I'll be discussing about Carowhite. Now, what is Carowhite? For those of you who don't know Carowhite, Carowhite is a bleaching lotion. It's a bleaching cream. So this is Carowhite. I hope you can see it. This is Carowhite. Okay, so we'll be discussing about Carowhite. Now, for Carowhite is a very popular lotion, it's a very popular cream, it's something most people know. And for those of you who have not come across Carowhite before, this is Carowhite. So I'll be telling you ways you can use Carowhite that it will not give you skin reaction. A lot of people have complained that after using Carowhite, it has been giving them issues, it's giving them green vein, stretch mark, and so on. I'll be telling you how to use it. I'll be telling you the do's and don'ts, what you're not supposed to do when using Carowhite lotion or cream. Now, at the end of the video, I would also be giving you some of the things you're supposed to do to prevent Carowhite from giving you skin reaction. Stay tuned. Okay, so Carowhite is a bleaching cream. When you use Carowhite, you become 3 to 4 shades lighter after 2 weeks, sometimes lesser than that, sometimes more than that, but most times after 2 weeks it is very strong. Now, Carowhite is stronger than Carotone. It is very strong. So if you want something that works very fast for you, you want something that is strong, especially for those of you that have very strong skin, that your skin doesn't react fast to creams or lotions. When you use Carowhite, it works very well for you. Now, the downside about Carowhite is, number one, Carowhite contains 2% hydroquinone. Now, because it contains 2% hydroquinone, it is advisable you use Carowhite at night, or you use it as a wash off. What do I mean by wash off? Wash off is when you use a cream or a lotion for like 2 to 3 hours. After that, you go to the bathroom and you wash it off. Now, trust me, for that 2 to 3 hours, Carowhite has done what you wanted to do on your skin. You don't need to leave Carowhite for a very long time. You don't need to leave it on your skin for 24 hours. It is not a cream you leave for a very long time. It damages your skin. So that is one of the ways you can use Carowhite, that it will not give you any skin reaction. Now, if you have a very soft skin and you have a skin that reacts very fast to creams, I would advise you not to use Carowhite. Carowhite is very strong. Now, instead, you can use Carotone. If you want something that will bleach your skin, I would advise you not to use Carowhite. Carowhite is very strong. I mean very strong, super strong. So I would not advise you to use Carowhite. Carowhite shouldn't be used for a very long time. It's not a long-term cream. It's not something you can use for 2-3 years. Although some people have been using it for a very long time and it's working for them, but it is not advisable. I would not advise you to use it for a very long time. I would advise you to use Carowhite for a while. Once you get your desired complexion, you stop using Carowhite, you start using something else. You look for a better cream that will not give you a reaction, that will not damage your skin in the long term. You start using that cream, you replace it. But if you want something that will work very fast for you in a short while, Carowhite is your cream to go to. What are the benefits of Carowhite? Carowhite lightens you. It lightens you in a short period of time. It is very fast. It clears dark spots. It's very good with dark spots. It works very well with dark spots. Ways to use Carowhite. As I've said earlier, it's advisable to use Carowhite at night. You use it at night, or you use it as a wash off. You use it for like 2 to 3 hours, wash it off, or you use it at night. Now, when you use it at night, once you wake up, you still wash it off. So it's still like more or less like the method of washing it off. Then in the morning, you can decide to use a glowing oil, or you go out with a sunscreen so that you won't have sunburn. And at night, you use your Carowhite to bed, or you use it 3 to 4 hours before and wash off. If you want to use Carowhite and you don't want to have reaction, it is best if you add anti-reaction products to Carowhite. There are different kinds of anti-reaction products which I'll be mentioning at the end of this video. The thing is, if you want to use Carowhite, you can decide to just use Carowhite for 2 to 3 days in a week instead of using it every day. Because if you use it every day, the possibility of it damaging your skin becomes very high. So to prevent that, you use it for 2 to 3 days in a week, which is okay. Remember, it is not a long-term cream. It is not something used for a very long time. Now, when you want to pro-mix Carowhite, you can pro-mix it with the oil or the serum. Please do not pro-mix it with the tube. The tube is very strong. So the cream or the lotion and the oil and the serum is fine. The soap is also very good. At the beginning of this video, I said I was going to mention some few things you can add to your Carowhite that will prevent it from giving you all those. To add anti-reaction product into your Carowhite, if you're prone to stretch mark, you can add stretch mark product. You can add Shalom stretch mark oil, you can add bio oil, any of those products that is an anti stretch mark product, you mix it with it. Then if you have if you're prone to green veins, you can add crude kinacol, you can add Shenick stage 1 or stage 2. Shenick comes in different stages, it comes in 2 stages, there are stages to it, so you can add Shenick 2 to it. Carowhite is an oxidizing cream, which means if you expose it to light, hair, sunlight, it will oxidize. So to prevent that, once you immediately finish pro-mixing, you pour it into a airtight container. You pour it into a container that will not allow hair. You don't put it where there's sunlight. You can use Carowhite as a base cream. What I mean is you can dilute it, you can use something else, you can add things to it to prevent it from giving you a reaction at the end of the video. Okay, so there's this recipe I will drop now which you can use. So when you take Carowhite, the bigger size of Carowhite, this is 1 to 50 mils, the bigger size of the whole of this. When you take the whole of this is 120 mil. You take 120 ml of this, you had 2 teaspoons of Shenick stage 2, you had 50 ml of crude kinacol, you had any carrier oil, 50 ml of any carrier oil. The carrier oil could be your bio oil, it could be your sunflower oil, it could be your avocado oil, any of those oils will do. Then you had a Miracle Derma. Now the Miracle Derma is just those anti-reaction tubes, like the Miracle Derma, the Skin Good, the anyone you can find, any one of those anti-reaction tubes will do. So you had a tube of that. You could add shea butter, you could add recovery oil, you could add your bio oil, you could add Shalom oil. Those ones you could add them in 1 teaspoon. Then you can add your vitamin E oil and the nutrient oil. You can add those ones in 1 teaspoon. Then you can add your rose water if you want. Then you can add a fragrance if you want to change the smell of it, but the scent is okay. The fragrance is actually very good, but if you decide to change, you can still add some fragrance, another kind of fragrance into it. It is your choice. Then you can add all those ones. Now for those of you who complain of Carowhite giving you dark knuckle, just to avoid that, the best is for you not to use Carowhite on your hands. So you don't apply Carowhite on your hands and you're fine. You can find something else, maybe a moisturizer or something to use for your hands, then you apply Carowhite in every part of your body. Now Carowhite should only be used at night. 3 times a week is okay, it's fine. It works very fast. If you use it for a very long time, you might start smelling. So that is why it is not a long-term cream. It's not something you use for a very long time. Do is, if you've used Carowhite for a while and it has stopped working for you, stop using Carowhite. The next thing you do is to exfoliate. After you've exfoliated for a while, you've exfoliated, then you can start using a back or you use something. So that is all for Carowhite. I hope I've been able to explain. Bye.